December here? You feel like a little bit of sense of excitement for these next couple weeks?
Sure, yeah. I mean, excited to play the Packers again. Yeah, of course, because they're in division, and you want to win these games, and it's another big one in December. And it feels like every week we're saying that, but it is. They're a great team, and we got our hands full again.
How much do you keep your eye on football around the league on a Sunday like this when you're not playing?
Yeah, you're certainly looking around. At the end of the day, we do control our destiny here for the next 5 games, and have to take care of business.
Tim Patrick's come up big the last couple of weeks. Just what has he meant to this team on the field, off the field, just what he brings? He's
been as important as anybody. He's been great for that receiver room. He's been great for me. He's constantly communicating. He does a lot of the dirty work and a lot of the stuff that some other guys would not do. So it's nice to have a guy like that, and such a reliable target for me, and does everything right.
There was that one play where it kind of things broke down a little bit, and he just kind of found some open space. Do you feel like that chemistry is growing a little bit, just that ability to extend plays with
Sure,
him? He's
got a good feel for that. He does. I think the Indianapolis play on 3rd down, I think it was, where he got the big gain, and yeah, he's got a great feel for space and awareness, and him and I have a good thing going on right now.
When you see the way this team transactionally leans on the practice squad to fill in depth in a lot of places, do you think that makes the squad a little closer maybe than you've seen in other teams before?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think we truly do lean on everyone. It's top to bottom. It's not just the 53. It's those guys on the practice squad that are helping us out throughout the week, obviously on the scout team, and then their number gets called often, and we do rely on them.
What is it about? They've done a really good job the last 3 weeks since you guys played them. I think they've allowed only 83 yards rushing the last 2 games against San Francisco and Miami. Physical bunch, obviously, they're playing much physical. Just what have you seen on tape of maybe the last few games since you guys have played them? And that was obviously a rainy, kind of weird game. What do you expect from their defense?
Yeah, they're playing well, and they were playing well when we came in to play them at their place. So they're playing well, and we got our hands full. It's a good defense. They're well coached. They do a lot of really good things. The back end's good. The linebackers are good. The front four is good. Like they're good on every level, and we know what we gotta take care of.
How do you find some sense of normalcy with the schedule, though? I mean, you come off of Thanksgiving, just this Thursday, just how do you try to make it as normal as possible?
Wednesday, like that's how you treat it, and yeah, you go from there. But yeah, certainly 2 back-to-back Thursday games is a little bit different, but they're dealing with it too, so we'll be just fine.
Is that weird to come out of practice and see NFL games on? Have you ever done a Thursday to Thursday before?
No, I don't. I've never done it. I don't know how many times it's been done, but we're in it, and it's great.
Do you like
December football, you can't ask for any much more.
Do you like it better that they're dealing with it too? It's not just you guys.
Well, of course. I mean, we're fine now. The short week is over. That's the hard part, and now you're on to a regular week, and then you get the nice little mini bye after. But yeah, whatever team you're playing is obviously handling the same adversity you are, and we feel good.
You and Tim seem to be like, you and Tim seem to be on a really good page.
Mm-hmm.
Good stretch right now.
Sure.
On the same page as well.
Sure.
Thanks. Just what you've seen from him and how that's maybe developed here over the last.
Yeah, he's done a great job just getting better every week, and I was talking about it earlier with him, just his reliability and being a big body with great hands, catches it away from his body. Like that stuff is so friendly for a quarterback to throw to, and he's got a lot of years in this league where he's had success, and to have him on our team doing a lot of the dirty work speaks to his character and who he is.
Has that really solidified that wide receiver room? Because you got like something for every kind of situation with St. Brown, and then obviously Jabo can go deep, and now you got the big body.
Sure, and Allen's right there too, waiting in the wings. Obviously, Khalif's banged up, but he's got his own role as well, and they all do a really good job of filling those roles and practicing hard and make my job easy by getting themselves open.
It was a big upset win yesterday. Obviously, Michigan beating Ohio State. I mean, Michigan. I know your Michigan's quarterback got a pretty good relationship. Had you talked to him at all since that victory?
I did. I said good job, guys. I said congrats. Way to hang in there and good win.
As the calendar flips to December, do you feel, I guess, an added sense of excitement for these next 5 games?
As the calendar flips to December.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
December 1st. December football.
Oh, you said December. I thought you said summer. Yeah, excited for these next couple of games coming up. Focus on this week, though. But, yeah, excited for those next couple of games.
How much onus do you and DJ put on yourselves? That line has had so much injuries, but you guys have been kind of the 2 constants and the 2 guys in the center kind of running it all. Just how much onus do you put on yourselves to keep this up and keep that line rolling?
A lot, honestly, because as a team, our standard is the standard. Whether it's us in there or somebody else in there, we're always trying to play up and hold that standard. So definitely a lot on ourselves. and that's what we're going to continue to do. So, yeah, 100%.
When we were talking in Campbell, he mentioned how Minnesota had just won their game. On days like today, when you guys are on an off schedule and Thursdays, how much do you keep up with other teams, especially division today?
If we can, because obviously we're, in meetings or whatever today, but, I definitely watch football. I definitely watch what's going on around the league. Things are a lot different now for us as a team, so, yeah, I pay attention. But at the same time, if we handle our business and do what we need to do, it takes care of itself, so.
I know it's always next man up, but how's Aaron Glenn, been with y'all? And, you guys can easily go the other way when you get hit with all these injuries, just keeping y'all in the right mindset. How's he helped specifically any ways or anything to talk to y'all,
Yeah, nothing like too crazy, but I mean, he did just reiterate to everyone, at the end of the day, it's still football. So once you line up and get that play call, just line up and beat the man in front of you at the end of the day. So nothing like too crazy, too specific, but for sure we're just going to line up and we're just going to beat the man in front of us. That takes care of everything else. So.
How does it work when there's so many new faces coming in on the defensive side of the ball? Do you just say hi in meeting rooms? Do you meet each other at practices? How does it work?
Yeah, when you see him around, honestly, but in meeting rooms is when you really get to introduce yourself and get to know him a little bit. So yeah.
Do they do a whole little personal bio on themselves?
Yeah.
Do they tell you anything? What do they say?
Well, they'll just stand up, say name, last name, where they came from, what teams they previously were, and then school usually. Yeah.
You were really impactful in that last game against Green Bay. When you watched the tape back, what did you like about that performance?
Just got off the ball. I was getting off blocks. We were all getting off blocks. And that's going to be the formula for me and everybody else this week as well. Just get off blocks. Once you get off blocks and there's somebody in front of you, you can make a lot of different plays. So it was just nothing special. Just get off the ball, get hands on, get off blocks.
How impactful has Zadarius been since joining?
Huge, especially mentally, instilling a lot of different things mentally in us, as far as different things we're doing out there, different games we might run and stuff like that, in different situations. He's just a lot more in tune with it a little bit because he's obviously been doing it a lot longer. So he's been super impactful, super. Obviously, and how he's playing too. So.
The end of that Bears game was a little chaotic. What was going through your mind as the clock was ticking there, less than 25 seconds, and they're not doing anything?
Let's get this W. Let's get this W. That's all I was thinking. I was thinking about the next play, honestly, and then it didn't happen. So, yeah, I was super excited after that. But I was just thinking about getting to the next play.
DJ had 2 sacks last game. I guess just what goes through your mind when you're in that moment and the guy is having a career day a little bit.
Yeah, that's huge. That's what DJ does, and it wasn't surprising to me at all. But yeah, that's huge. You see a guy like that is playing as hard as he is. I'm thinking he's gonna get a couple more. So yeah, that was huge.
Now that you're a lot of games into the season, what do you like most about playing next to him?
Playing next to DJ, it makes the things a lot easier, and it dumbs things down a little bit. Because like I was saying with Z, he does the same thing mentally for me inside. Maybe different tips and things that he heard on the field, he'll reiterate if he hears it again and let me know. It kind of gives me a tip of what play is coming and stuff like that. So we try to do that for each other a lot, but yeah, it's a good chemistry going in there. And just the way he plays, it kind of gives everybody else that same type of energy. So yeah, there's so many things, it's kind of hard to list off, but he does a lot. It's super impactful.
Some more guys coming in on the practice squad and vets too. When you look at the way this team uses the practice squad and your experience, to me on the outside, it seems like a little closer than just transactional. It's that they're really leaning on this depth. I was wondering if you could speak to your experience of that this year.
Yeah, bringing in guys who've played a lot of football before, experienced guys, so just being able to get them acclimated as quickly as possible, being a part of that early. Again, it was exciting, again, being able to come in, it's a great group of coaches, so they're able to feed you the knowledge and everything that you need to go out there and play fast and get up to speed as quickly as possible.
And you've obviously seen action and plenty of opportunities this year. They call on your number often when they need you, so it's not just like a demotion. I don't think that's a fair word to use for you in this situation. So how have you kind of adjusted week to week to those scenarios?
Yeah, whenever you're a part of a winning team, it's about being ready when your number is called. We have a lot of good players. A lot of guys playing a lot of different roles. So again, when you're being a part of a team and continuing to try to cultivate winning and so on and so forth, everybody just prepares for when the number is called. Everybody doesn't, look to see, what's going on here, what's going on there. It's about staying ready, it's about getting ready, and it's about being able to contribute and impact the winning.
And this team loves to learn from within, from each other. Have there been opportunities for you to share that veteran experience and things you've picked up along the way?
Yeah, definitely. Across the board. Like I said before, being able to talk to younger guys, you know, again, I mean, even learning from them, you know, as far as, you know, maybe some concepts or something that they ran before or some film or whatever the case may be, just for myself learning. And then also, you know, just being able to talk about, you know, just my experiences, you know, through this long journey, you know, because like I said before, I mean, when you get this deep into the season and this deep into everything, you know, it's about leaning on one another, you know, picking each other up, you know, at any point in time. Obviously, with us having some injuries, you know, we're having to, you know, pick each other up and so on and so forth, you know. And again, when you have guys like that and when the locker room is built like that, you know, everybody tries to really lean in and contribute to winning.
Cool. What was it like for you to be home for Thanksgiving and you know, have the Detroit experience, but also not have to go far for it?
It was awesome. You know, I mean, it was my first Thanksgiving here in Detroit, I think, since I was about 17. So, you know, it was awesome, again, being able to see family, you know, having them come to the game and so on and so forth. It was exciting. And then on Friday, the day after, my high school won the state championship, so I was able to go to that game as well. So it was pretty cool.
Awesome.